Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap, and we're back with it. We got Baddies Africa Reunion Part 1. Let's get into it. I'm surprised they didn't even meet up like with the host this season. I was honest to say it was a little bit more common than it was last season. Everybody was like more cordial. So all the girls pulled up looking amazing. Anna, Scotty, and Rollie, they started chatting up about the whole Natalie situation. Everybody just like, we just gonna be cordial and see whatever type of time these girls is on. Then we got Rican, Killer, and Fauna. They showed up. They chatted and whatever the case may be. Then we got the big three and Elsie. They showed up. Everybody was just like, we just trying to see what type of time these girls is on. Natalie, she met up with them as well. Marissa, DTB, and Pretty P, they met up and they talked about what their issues was with everybody. After that, everybody, got ready for the show. Janisha came out looking cute. Bobby Lights came out. Saucy came out. Everybody was giving vibes. So the first person they brought out was Rollie. She looked cute. She was ready. She had sneakers on. Then the next person they brought out was Scotty with the body on the Mac. DTB, she looked amazing. She looked like she was going to prom, but sis never slave face card never declined, so clock that T. So she looked amazing. After that, Tommy goes comes out. Everybody was like surprised that Tommy. She really didn't have nothing too crazy in her purse. She had some perfume and probably whatever other stuff she's supposed to have in there, and it was cool. Probably I was trying to throw shade, but they addressed that issue. There was no beef between them. It was all love, so they hugged it out eventually. Come to find out, Natalie is like the what would you say? She's like the devil in this part because it's like supposedly Tommy and Rollie's supposed to still have some issue, but come to find out, Amber was talking to Rollie, but Rollie never got in contact with Amber, so it's like the weakest link in this whole common denominator part is Natalie. So it's just like y'all trying to make beef with something that's already been squashed, but hey, that's neither here or there. So after that, Elsie comes out. She won with Rollie. And everybody was like, "Why do you want to with Rollie? Like, you shouldn't have done that." So Anna fixed whatever Rollie had. I guess she had something in her wig. We don't know, but she fixed that whatever. Next, Rollie got her in like a two-piece biscuit, like smashed her like a roach. And it was just like, girl, you really wanted that with her? Like, come on now, you gotta pick your battles wisely. That's one person you shouldn't have messed with. But anyways, nonetheless, they went 2 or 3 rounds. Rollie got her. They threw her out. She threw her wig into the audience, and Anna was like, "Get her wig, get her wig." So they end up getting it back and giving her a bonnet or whatever. I don't know. She had something in it, but we don't know what it was. But it could have been some mace. Who knows what it is? But she got her wig back. Next, they brung out um Pretty P. Come to find out, oh, she wanted it with Pretty P, but supposedly, how you winning with somebody you don't even know? Make it make sense. But anyways, they got active. They went 2 rounds. Pretty P got her in the paint. Pretty P was fighting like she must have been getting some word that or hooked up with Ivory while they was on their vacation, whatever break, whatever, and she got them hits in like Elsie was getting laid out on the floor like a bad wig. Like, come on now. How you guys with all these people, but you don't got no issues with nobody? Make it make sense. But anyways, nonetheless, they did that. Then the little three came out. Well, the good three, I like to say, Killer, Rican, Fauna. They came out. They was ready. They was dressed for the occasion. Okay, so that's more fights with Elsie. At this point, Elsie just getting in the paint. At this point, it is what it is. It was just like what? It's not even needed. But anyways, it was guys needed. So supposedly Choco, Russian cream. We already know Ivy was coming from get go. Yeah, them three was not gonna be there, and it's sad to say that. Dang, it would have been a great fight between Dolly and Ivory because it's like you was talking all that crap, especially as soon as she left 10 minutes ago from that episode, and you still talking crap like you gotta like that girl. Please, you get with the program. You're not bigger than the program, okay? In this case, Ivory was the program, and you literally like thinking you got it like that, but you don't. Anyways, so yeah, they started getting active and fighting, whatever the case may be. Everybody, and then Tom was like, "All right, we're in there done now. Where's the entertainment at?" Like, I can honestly say this fight was a little bit cordial. It was more like calm, focused, and not too chaotic, which was great. It was a great building up episode to get to what's supposed to happen next week. Supposedly the big three come out, everybody fighting everybody. Elsie get knocked out on the floor again, and I guess that was a wrap for Elsie because it's like, girl, you was talking all that crap, but I understood you got in the paint, but sometimes you don't stand a chance. And that right there, why she lay there on that floor game, she ain't stand a chance. But to each his own. I'll say that she did her thing because she ain't back down. Okay. I can't wait to see what happens next week. Yeah, this was pretty good. I can say I enjoyed it. The build up is slowly, it was there. Not too much for my girls, but it was there. I can't wait to see what happens next week. Yeah, short and quick review because the fights really was with Elsie this time. Okay, so it is what it is. So with that being said, I'll see you at the next one. Bye.